Let's ride!
Traveler? Paimon?
Kinich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice. It's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it looks like, promise.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Once and for all? You mean this'll be the last Turnfire Knight ever?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom? You mean...
To his death.
Whoa! Are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory.
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme.
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it in past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyss.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to...
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you... I'd like to make it
What kind of deal?
one that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but good.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name.
Plus, Kinich doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. It's quite simple. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable, but I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and you seemed to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years.
Traveler,
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? If that's all you really need to know, the ceremonies. In the meantime, feel free to take. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there.
So now we have extra errands to run?
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around for the next few.
Seems like Kinich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Huh, you're here.
Kinich, Elder Trinidad said that.
I can tell. It's written on your face.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival.
Hello, Chief Wina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes. From Yupanqui the Firebringer, to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride, and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to... Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, my honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration. Perhaps there is. But despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words.
So, Kinich, earlier you were saying...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air out. Kinich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear.
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to talk about How. He's completely unhinged.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a How, he said you two were investigating some Abyss thing together. Is that really?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss, too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered it. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts. And they're... So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside...
Whoa, that's a...
It's not without its risks, of course. Still, the chief is...
Paimon can understand.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, and he has every right to take that view. No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better ideas?
Not at the moment, but... It just... After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought
All right. So...
All I need you to do is keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there'll be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind of...
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new flame bearer. That way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the beastly rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the Mountain King into his new home.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's dangerous. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Lina nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought about what you'd do then?
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows, maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribe's people and take some heat off of Kenich's back.
Hoonie, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King...
That's true. But the fact...
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick?
Toba, Huni, what's wrong?
Hoonie's saying nasty things about the Mountain King.
Once upon a time, maybe. But not anymore.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. As of today, our friendship is over. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night. He's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the Mountain King's illness for good.
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs. Probably just as good as Kinich.
Wait, speaking of kinich, where even is that guy?
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony anymore? We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece of his mind.
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with you. All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon and Kinich, I'm sorry, Toba. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said about the Mountain King. Dad just really misses Nana. And I was really upset that she's gone, too.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kinich, and for Nana.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever see, I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler.
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like their friendship isn't as strong as it was before. Let's just hope we can solve... Come on, let's move on.
A rehearsal for the Turnfire night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved? Paimon wants to learn too!
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person. What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. Well, this is a nice surprise. It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flamebearer since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire night? How come? You're not an outsider too, are you?
You must be joking. Watch this. Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
Oh, very...
Well, I feel like the whole The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent.
You look a little
Disappointed? Nah, it's a great opportunity. I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association.
What's the Saurian Relics Association?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on... Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh? Then do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Really? That sounds ominous.
Who knows? But if it's true, Kinich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of Saurian-era
Oh, does that...
You bet it does. But after all the abyssal activity recently, or... You look like you know your way around a fight.
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right?
Wait, you're seriously gonna help?
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped into before, this is nothing.
Pyro Archon above, you two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair off your head. Of course it is. All right, come with me. I'll show you the way. There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see, the place is crawling with monsters.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about to cramp your...
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing Tiago... Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely look... True. It does match the story he told us, though. Whatever. That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
Lightning, echo, and song!
You've been robbed? Oh,
I put blood, sweat, and tears.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are super... Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're...
Wait, are you...
Huh?
I don't...
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously, if you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar with...
I spent years on the word,
It was an
and now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during...
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student.
See what I mean, Ponche?
Hey! You thief!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare. Oh, what's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down.
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer. Please. I don't...
Oh, yeah? Well, where is... You threw it away.
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. All that time lying in wait was for nothing.
Is that really the truth? Okay, then.
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth.
Okay, that's it. What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right, Let's hope nobody gets...
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy. This holds true. This appears to suggest the existence of some Yuoanqui's Turnfire. Let me see. The author is Ponche. Nice. A gentleman and a scholar.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical record?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction.
What? You're saying Kinich will die? When? When will that glorious day arrive? The great...
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you?
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahula is sheer vanity. And if that...
You don't need to lecture me about doomsday. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdom, but from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle. Thus, and you now.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche.
Does that mean
You gotta stay positive, Ponche.
the whole reason I worked so hard to get it? Well, not exactly.
Oh, really? So what did...
I think the key to all of this lies.
Ponche, you know as...
You're right, but Mal.
Yeah, I remember that story. Maybe you're the special case.
I'm not talking about
Like what?
like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the. If you don't believe me, then
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo, it began with the first Pyro Archon. Fell.
Hey. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kinich, what are you...
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up.
Kinich! I'm onto something.
So Mr. Ponche here has done...
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go. Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire night.
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche's idea.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more...
Yet. Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so... The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering, and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his misery.
What? Then...
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue. Still, he's...
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain.
Then let's break.
The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest.
You're here.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come crawling back. Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How shall grant you the audience that you seek.
Kinich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as ever!
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! No one!
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I see what I'm missing.
Kinich! Ugh! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your... Ugh!
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a How in there for a couple of days.
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The rift towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the rift for ourselves. You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered.
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's cliché, I know.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here?
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're... but it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception.
Don't be ridiculous.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses Guy!
What does it matter? A name is a...
That would explain a lot.
I'll pass.
Wait. Of course. You're the one
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who I spend my time digging for
I investigated him. He's not connected to the... So, I struck a deal with him.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand... That would have given me some more... But now I've run into you. Wait, does that...
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order against Kinich? How could you betray your partner?
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger
It looks like your disciplinary measures...
what did you expect?
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kinich, dispose of him. He is of no further use to us.
Traveler?
Hey now, I could do me a favor and remember how...
Darn! He got away again!
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy.
If you say so.
To borrow that guy's words, names are... Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different stages of ripening. Even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown...
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a bad apple. Not right.
Of course!
Ugh.
Don't worry. He can't hurt a fly.
Pineapple?
Such a...
Vulture! Vulture!
Let's pick this up another time. You should go back and get some rest.
Oh, yeah. Here.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. See you tomorrow.
At long. I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. It's almost time for the ceremony. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like a lot of people have been worrying about it, huh?
Well, it's nearly time. So, if you're ready, then follow me to the ceremony site.
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your
Don't worry about it.
Oh, if it means getting them...
A resolution will come and
No one would disagree. Look around you.
the ceremony with...
That may be so.
Good evening.
Kinich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to get...
very well. But make...
Let's step to the side.
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but,
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the
that sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take...
So that's our part.
I'll be with you the whole way. You can leave that side.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
How are you doing? I'm counting on... Bypassed fuel, my brothers and sisters.
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great! All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yupanqui from 500 years ago.
Paimon can tell. He's huge. Let's...
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please,
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich! What is the meaning of this?
Is that a beast?
Chief Waina, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous. You should step...
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by Rifthound?
No, stop! We can't let that happen!
Foolish Locust! Ugh, can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly...
But
I'm sorry, Chief Waina and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
can you promise me that no harm...
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination. Okay, I see what this is.
Ugh, you imbecile! What?
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
You forced my hand.
Elder Trinidad! What are you doing?
No! The Mountain King is waking up!
Everyone, out! Now!
Well, it seems there's a... Take me, oh Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
You're toast! Amazing! That's up!
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. We can use those against him. That was unexpected. Many happy returns. I got him cornered. My mistake.
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kongamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Whew. Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now. Let's go ask the chief!
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of—
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask.
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell has formed around the Mountain King's body. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from seeping in and infect. We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders, I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've—
Wow. So it's made of—
It's practically a miracle.
Wow. That's amazing!
I know what you're thinking, because you and Kinich, and that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Whoa. So
If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave as we speak.
so Kinich then.
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rushed into the fire.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King get burned alive.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the Almighty—
The sacred flame only—
Kinich, when you went into the flame—
Intending to what?
To—
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the mountain, but now I'm curious. What made you think I was going to sacrifice myself?
Well, because and Ponche's theory—
So you've heard that rumor. I'm afraid I can't—
Well, even if you don't—
What I would say—
The Mountain King?
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option.
Alright, so how is the Mountain King doing now?
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with. Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the
But we saw him come back to his senses.
That was merely one
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo.
But he ended up being completely useless.
That's on him.
Friends? So, promise. For you?
So, in the end, only poor little Huni?
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana.
Huni, it'll be
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't.
Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can... All right, I'll just get to the point. Do you know...
What?
Your extreme sport.
Huh?
On my first day here, it's a dangerous sport to be...
Oh, such an...
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last. In the hands of the enemy, why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer? But in the end, I made it through, and I left...
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right?
Very smart, Huni, but not quite smart enough. What I'm trying to tell you is that after I read, she's right behind you.
Another trick about not turn... Huh?